Hello everyone, your voice here and welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature another of Pepito Mercado's hybrid. And this particular hybrid was named Tau-tau. It is in honor to his niece, which is Dr. Joanna Marie Mercado. She is the daughter of his brother named Jose Marie Mercado. So with regards to how we acquired this plant, actually it was Jess who managed to procure or acquire the specimen of Tau-tau through Pepito Mercado's brother Jose Marie Mercado. Actually, Jose Marie visited Jess together with his daughter, and or perhaps it was just him, I'm not sure. But upon his visit, he brought along with him some of Pepito Mercado's hybrid that we had a hard time looking for. So we're lucky that Jess was able to know the brother of Pepito Mercado, Jose Marie Mercado, and that is where our specimen of Sansevieria Tau-tau came from. So it's direct from the source, it's direct from a family member of Pepito Mercado. And then my suggestion to people who are posting Tau-tau, Sansevieria Tau-tau of Pepito Mercado, which is really not as it is, I would rather suggest that you rather buy from people who got it directly from the source, which is either Jess and myself. But as for myself, I'm not really that proactive in selling, although I sold some Tau-taus. Even one of my Tau-tau from this clump already reached Poland. So folks, don't wonder if someone in Poland already has Tau-tau. And as well as some friends, I think in Malaysia, was able to acquire Tau-tau as well. And also from Thailand, I think Piting acquired Tau-tau, or she got Tau-tau from one of our friends, Abby. Alright, so going back, I was saying that, folks, if you want to have a legit Tau-tau, don't try to guess if your plant is Tau-tau just by looking at it, just by trying to assess or trying to distinguish the plant, comparing it with the pictures that you see, because most probably what you have isn't Tau-tau at all. So my suggestion, get from someone who got it from the source, which is from the family member of Pepito Mercado, namely the brother Jose Marie Mercado, the father of Joanna Marie Mercado, which is Tau-tau herself. And if you ask me, it's impossible for Dr. Joanna Marie not to have Tau-tau, because it was named after her, and most probably Pepito Mercado would gift her a plant that was named in honor to her. So that said, what I'm showing you right now is actually a specimen of Tau-tau. The one at the back is another clump. One of the offset already traveled to Poland, and I think I'm not sure, because my memory from years past, we've already have this plant for about 3 to 5 years, I think, or even 6 years. So I don't know if I sent a Tau-tau as well in Vietnam to a close friend, but most probably I did, but I just can't recall it correctly. Anyway, this is how Tau-tau would look like, and I'm seeing some posts of plants that are claimed as Tau-tau, which really isn't, because upon seeing what they're posting, it would rather be just Nena as well, the other hybrid of Pepito Mercado, and not Tau-tau. And in this episode, I'm going to help you out into distinguishing Tau-tau from the other Pepito hybrid. By the way, I also written, or Tau-tau is already published internationally, especially in the International Sansevieria Society. I wrote about Pepito Mercado hybrid, so it is formally published as a legit Sansevieria hybrid. So that said, the one that I'm showing you right now is the exact plant which I submitted as a picture, or I exhibited it in the journal as Sansevieria Tau-tau, which is a hybrid from Pepito Mercado. So in some of the conversations of Pepito Mercado, he said that he used metallic silver, that's Kirki I Varpultra metallic silver, a cultivar of Kirki I, paired with some unknown Sansevieria, which he did not mention, and perhaps it's a hybrid, I think, or maybe it's silver blue, because I'm seeing he used silver blue as a pair as well in some of his hybrids, but I'm just assuming, so I don't know the other pair. But what I'm sure of is that he used metallic Kirki I Varpultra metallic silver and silver blue as a donor, or a pair for a blooming metallic silver Kirki Varpultra. So that said, going back to what we're discussing, this is how it looks like. And one of the things that you would fail to notice at first glance is that the longitudinal lines on them, which is actually different from the other hybrids, especially with Nena, because Nena is whitish in color, especially if they grow into maturity and they get enough sunlight. They're very white as well. Some of the juvenile leaves of Tau-tau is also whitish in color. So I'll try to focus. They're whitish in color, although in maturity they become darker in color, they become grayish. And actually Pepito posted Tau-tau with another alias, which is Kirki White. So I'm not sure if that still holds any weight, because this plant is known widely as Tau-tau as of the current. So going back to what we're discussing, the one of the things that you can check for you to know if you really have Tau-tau. I'm doing this because, as I see on some people's posts, they're posting Tau-tau, but what they really have is either a Nena or maybe another Pepito Mercado hybrid. Maybe it's Angel that they're posting, which they do not know. But I don't know the source of where they get their plants. Another piece of advice: if you're trying to buy something that you really want, and you want to save money, and you check the cheapest stuff in the market, and you tell yourself that this is what I'm going to buy. I think this is what I want because it's the cheapest. Just make sure that the source from where you got your plant is a legit source, because if you're just guessing, if the seller is just guessing as well, and they didn't get it from the source, from Pepito Mercado's family firsthand, then you might probably not have a legitimate Sansevieria Tau-tau. So rather than spending money on something that is not, in time you'll spend again because you want to buy the authentic one. So that means that you're going to buy it twice. My advice to you is just directly buy from someone knowledgeable, or someone who got it from the direct source, so that you can save money, not buying a false item or a false plant, which is not an authentic Sansevieria hybrid, specifically Tau-tau if you're looking for one. So that's just a piece of advice. Now going back again, because we keep on jumping into giving out tips and advices. Well, anyway, that is the purpose of making this video, is to teach you how to distinguish Tau-tau from the other Sansevieria hybrids of Pepito Mercado. That said, take a look at the longitudinal lines on them. If you can see the longitudinal lines, if you're not very observant and this is the first time that you're watching the channel or watching me discussing things, the longitudinal lines on Kirky eyes are distinctive. So what you see right now, these are very thin longitudinal lines. In fact, their size is just about a ballpoint pen. So what I'm measuring right now is just 0.5 millimeters. So if you want to know the other Pepito Mercado hybrids, they are on a playlist on the channel. All you need to do is to go back to the previous episodes, and you will see me measuring the other Pepito Mercado hybrids, especially Nena. Nena's longitudinal lines would be double as well, or perhaps it would be, actually it's a 0.3 as I'm checking again, 0.3 millimeters. Hold on, let's just do that again. Set it to 0 and measure it. The first one that I measure is 0.5. So right now it's perhaps it's very hard because it's very thin to measure. Set it to 0 and measure it. I think it's around 0.5 or 0.6. It's kind of hard because I'm trying to get the exact measure of it. I would say it's really 0.4 to 0.5 millimeters. It's just that it's the caliper that I'm using is kind of hard to move, that you can barely measure the exact longitudinal lines, but I would say that it's around 0.4 to 0.5 millimeters in comparison to Nena that can reach to I think 2 millimeters or 1.8 millimeters to 1.5 millimeters in comparison to Tau-tau, which just has 0.5 millimeters for longitudinal lines. If you're familiar with your ball pens, there is a label on top, especially on the sign pens. 0.5 is the thickness of the ballpoint pen or the sign pen that you have. So that is the exact thickness of Sansevieria Tau-tau. In fact, I have another clump of Tau-tau here, and we can try to again set it to 0 and then measure it. Like I mentioned, it's kind of hard to move the caliper. So I'm trying my best to just a little hold, and it will give you, hold on. All right, I think it's 0.2. It's 0.2, I think. I think 0.5. I'm sorry, 0.5. So there. So it's really 0.5. Same as the size of your ballpoint pen, the thickness. While in comparison with Nena, the longitudinal lines on them are more than 1 millimeter, maybe 1.5. And as you can see, all of the lines are they're all the same all throughout. Unlike Nena, there are variations on the longitudinal lines on Nena. Some are very thick lines, some are very thin. There can be thin lines on Nena as well, while Tau-tau has just one measure of longitudinal lines, which is 0.5 of a millimeter. So all the longitudinal lines on them, they're 0.5 millimeter. There is no other longitudinal line that would be more than 0.5 millimeters. So that is one way of checking if you have if you really have Sansevieria Tau-tau with you. Another thing is that don't just base your observation on the front pattern of the leaf. What is very important as well, I'm teaching you tips now, especially if you're dealing with Sansevieria species such as Pemba. You can clearly identify Pemba type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4 if you look at the back part of the leaf. So if you look at the back part of the leaf for Tau-tau, this is how it looks like. And you would see that there are also thin longitudinal lines on them. And I'm showing you a long leaf. It may look like the other Sansevieria hybrid of Pepito Mercado, which is newspaper, but they're different. We're planning to name newspaper Jefferson, by the way. I guess I'm not sure if it's the same plant as what Jess has. He calls it Ling Ling, but I'm not sure. However, if you look at the back part of the leaf, you would see longitudinal lines only up to this part, only on the lower portion of the leaf. Again, only on the lower portions of the leaf, like what I'm showing you right now, only on the lower portion. And I see that there are aphids on there. So I'll have to, while making this video, I'll have to take care of them because I did not see that. Kind of hard to spot them. Alright, so that would take care of the aphids that are hiding on the back part of the leaf. So one other tip, especially for the Turkey eye hybrids and the Turkey eye species, when the leaf is like yellowing, always check the back part, because for sure there are aphids that are on them. So like this one, I will be spraying them, but I already sprayed it with the alcohol to get rid of those aphids that are infesting the plant. This is how you would find out that your plant is infested. So if it's yellowing, make sure to check the back part, because if the upper portion is clear of pest, for sure that on the back part of the leaf, the pests are there, and they are the ones causing the yellowing for the plant. So this specimen that I'm showing you is actually in a dark area, so it's etoliated. Normally, if you put Tau-tau on a good position, they will not grow very long. So this is in a good position, getting enough sunlight, they would just be as long as that. But this one is really etoliated. That's the only reason why it grew that long, because newspaper or Jefferson, which is I'm going to feature next, even though, or it doesn't matter if you put them in a dark area, if you put them in a sunny area, they will always grow very long leaves in comparison to Tau-tau, which if you put them in a good position, good sunlight, they will be compact, they will have shorter leaves, a little bit wide, and they will be whiter in color. In comparison to newspaper, which will be featured next, they are really tall Sansevierias, and whether you put them in direct sunlight or not, they will be dark when they mature. Alright, so aside from that, the other characteristics that I would need to know is the leaf texture of the plant. So the upper leaf or the adactyl leaf is very smooth. The back part is slightly rough to the touch. It's the same all throughout. All the leaves are like that. And I'll be also putting that on note. Also, this is how the offset would look like for Sansevieria Tau-tau. The other offsets can vary. Offsets of Tau-tau are can vary because there are some which is very white in color, but again, still the first thing that I will observe is that the longitudinal lines are always same thickness, 0.5 millimeters. So rather than keeping on assuming things, I would also advise that you measure the longitudinal lines on your plant to make sure if you have a legit Tau-tau or if you have an Nena or if you have something else. So I made this video to make things clear about Tau-tau because we acquired it from a legitimate source, which is a family member of Pepito Mercado. In fact, it's his brother, and that was the father of Tau-tau herself. And this plant in front of you right now is named after her, Tau-tau. Alright, so I think that's all I can discuss for you. I have discussed the characteristics. If in case you want to put them in somewhere dark, wherein there's limited sunlight, they will etoliate, they will have darker colorations in comparison with putting them in a bright location. They will be will have wider leaf and lighter coloration. Also, check the back part of your Sansevieria. I've shown you the back part of Tau-tau, and I've shown you the longitudinal lines on them that they would usually be located on the lower portion of the leaf in comparison to the next Sansevieria Pepito hybrid that we're going to feature, newspaper. I will show you the back part so that you would know the difference between the two. So for now, I think before we end though, I would like to take measurements of the Sansevieria hybrid to put them in record. So I'm going to need to clip the camera as well and make records. So here you go. The first one that I have measured is 10 inch. This one is 8 inches. The ones in the back, 9.5, 11.5. So it ranges from 8 to 11.5, and this one is highly etoliated, and it's reaching 18 inches. So like I mentioned, when you keep Sansevieria Tau-tau in a bright location, they will not grow very long leaves. They will just grow leaves to sizes of 11.5 to 12 inches. If you put them in somewhere where there's no sunlight, they will try to reach the sunlight. That's why they will grow longer leaves, and that's what happened to this particular leaf, which is the longest of the clump. So aside from that, I think the next one that I almost forgot is the width of the leaf. The width of Sansevieria Tau-tau is at 2.8. The ones at the back probably reaching 3 inches. This one is 3.4 inches. So the leaf with Sansevieria Tau-tau would be 2.8 to 3.4 inches. So we have managed to record the measurements of Sansevieria Tau-tau, the leaf width and the leaf height, and I told you the reason for this longer leaf. And I think I've already discussed everything that's important for this particular Sansevieria Pepito Mercado hybrid. So folks, I guess if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you like what I have presented, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. You have a great day.